my being upset, to declaim in loud tones the cold and sober stanza you're about to hear. Pay heed to what it contains, and beware of the painful impact it will not fail to leave, like a blight on your disordered imaginations. Do not believe I'm on the verge of death, for I am not yet a skeleton, and old age cleaves not to my brow. Let us consequently wave aside any idea of comparison with the swan at that moment when its life flies off, and before you behold merely a monster whose face I'm glad you cannot see, but the face is less horrible than the soul. I am not, however, a criminal. Enough of this topic. Not long ago, I saw the sea again and trod the decks of ships, and my memories are as green as if I'd left the sea only yesterday. Nevertheless, if you can, on hearing what I already regret offering you, be as calm as I, and do not blush at the thought of what the human heart is. O octopus of the silken glass, you whose soul is inseparable from mine, of the terrestrial globe, who govern a seraglio of 400 suction cups, you in whom are nobly enthroned, as in their natural habitat, by common consent and an indestructible bond, the sweet virtue of communication and the divine embraces. Why are you not with me? Your quicksilver belly against my breast of aluminium, both of us seated on some rock by the shore, to meditate upon this spectacle I adore. Old ocean, with your crystal waves, you resemble the parallel azure lines one sees upon the bruised backs of cavicles. You are an immense blue bruise, slapped on the body of earth. So at first sight of you, a long drawn-out sigh of sadness that one might believe to be the murmur of your bland breeze passes over the deeply disturbed soul, leaving ineradicable scars. And you remind your lovers, though they don't always bear it in mind, of man's crude origins, when he became acquainted with the sorrow that is never to desert him. I hail you, old ocean. Your harmoniously spherical form rejoices the grave face of geometry, reminds me overmuch of man's tiny eyes, akin to the peccaries in minuteness, and to those of the night birds in their circular perfection of contour. Yet down the ages, man has deemed himself beautiful. As for me, I prefer to assume that man believes in his own beauty only out of amour propre, but is not really good looking, and guesses as much. Why else does he gaze on the face of his fellow with so great a contempt? I hail you, old ocean. Old ocean, you are the symbol of identity, always equal unto yourself. In essence, you never change. And if somewhere your waves are enraged, farther off, in some other zone, they are in the most complete calm. You are not like man, who stops in the street to see two bulldogs seize each other by the scruff of the neck, but does not stop when a funeral passes. Man, who in the morning is affable, and in the evening ill-humoured, who laughs today and weeps tomorrow. I hail you, old ocean. Old ocean, it might not be impossible that you conceal in your breast future utilities for man. You have already given him the whale. You do not easily let the avid eyes of natural science divine the thousand secrets of your inmost economy. You are modest. Man boasts incessantly over trifles. I hail you, old ocean. Old ocean. The different species of fish that you nurture have not sworn brotherhood among themselves. Each species lives apart on its own. The varying temperaments and conformations of each one satisfactorily explain what at first appears an anomaly. So it is with man, who has not the same motives as excuse. If a piece of land be occupied by 30 million human beings, they consider they have no obligation to concern themselves with the existence of their neighbours, who are settled like roots in the adjacent patch of land. And descending from the general to the particular, each man lives like a savage in his den, and rarely leaves it to visit his fellow, crouching alike in another layer. The great universal human family is a utopia worth Old ocean, your waters are bitter. They have the very same taste as the bile which criticism secretes upon the fine arts, the sciences, on everything. If someone has genius, one makes him out an idiot. If another has a handsome body, he becomes a hideous hunchback. Man must certainly feel his imperfections strongly indeed. 3/4 of them, moreover, are his own fault. I hail you, old ocean. Disregarding all save the goal I pursued, striving to solve this difficult problem. Which is the deeper, the more impenetrable of the two? The ocean or the human heart? If 30 years' experience of life can tilt the scale toward one or the other of these solutions, I may be permitted to state that despite the depth of the ocean, it cannot, within the context of such a comparison, match the depth of the human heart. I have had dealings with men who were virtuous. They would die at 60, and everyone never failed to exclaim, "They did good on earth." That's to say, they were charitable. That's all. Not difficult. Anyone could do as much. Who can understand why two lovers who idolized one another the night before, because of one word misinterpreted, split up, eastward one, west the other, goaded by hate, revenge, love and remorse, and never see each other again, both cloaked in lonely pride? This is a miracle, renewed every day, and is none the less miraculous for that. Who can understand why we relish not only the general misfortunes of our fellow men, but also the particular ones of our dearest friends, while at the same time grieved by them? One indisputable example to conclude the series. Man hypocritically says yes and thinks no. That is why the wild boars of humanity trust each other so much and are not eager this to their own cost. Well may they employ all the resources of their genius, incapable of ruling you. They have found their master. I say they have found something stronger than themselves. This something has a name. This name is the ocean. The fear you inspire in them is such that they respect you. In spite of that, you make their heaviest machines waltz with grace, elegance, and ease. You make them leap gymnastically into the sky and dive marvelously down into the depths of your domain. The circus tumbler would be jealous. Happy are they whom you do not ultimately envelop in your foaming folds, so they can enter your aqueous entrails, railwayless, and see how the fish fare, and above all, how they themselves do. Man says, I am more intelligent than the ocean. It's possible, even quite true, but the ocean is more formidable to him than he to the ocean. No proof of this is necessary. That observant patriarch, contemporary of the first epochs of our suspended globe, smiles with pity when present at the naval encounters of nations. Here are 100 leviathans sprung from human hands. The officers' bombastic orders, the shrieks of the wounded, the cannon blasts, all noise purposely made to annihilate a few seconds. The drama appears to be over, and the ocean has drawn everything into its belly. A formidable maw. It must be fast towards the bottom, in the direction of the unknown. Finally, to crown the foolish farce, which is not even interesting, one sees right there in the air some tired, struggling stork that without its wingspan faltering cries, "Look, that's not funny. There were black spots below. I shut my eyes, and they'd gone. I hail you, old ocean." yourself on your innate magnificence and on the true eulogies that I hasten to attribute to you. Voluptuously swayed by the soft effluvia of your majestic deliberation, the grandest among those characteristics which the sovereign power has conferred upon you. In the midst of a somber mystery, with the calm sense of your eternal strength, you unfurl all along your sublime surface your incomparable waves. Parallel, they follow each other, separated by short intervals. Hardly has one abated when another goes growing to meet it. They are accompanied by the melancholy sound of foam dissolving to warn us that all is foam. Thus humans, those living waves, die in a dreary way, one after the other, but leave no frothy noise I want this to be the last stanza of my invocation. Consequently, just once more, I would hail you and bid you farewell. Old ocean with waves of crystal. My eyes well with copious tears, and I have not strength to proceed, for I feel that the moment has come to return among men with their brutal demeanour. But take heart. Let us make a great effort, and with a sense of duty, fulfill our destiny upon this earth. I hail you, old ocean.
The human world is a mess. Life under the sea